Trick here with some more auction not included. Today we were getting our well built out, starting to clear out of space for our electricity in the future, and also getting all of our farming done because we're going to start starving. Let's see how this one goes. And welcome back to auction not included. Let's go ahead and hit play up. Let's go ahead and slow down a little bit here. Last time we played, we were setting up our insulation here, which we already have scheduled out to start being built up. We want to start containing our heat from getting into the base here, so that is the plan. I actually don't know how hot this can get, so I'm actually going to do a double insulation just to be safe. Let's just have it go all the way down here. Here on the far left, and then we will go from there. But thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate the comments, appreciate the people dropping the likes and whatnot. Seems like a lot of people are having fun with this playthrough, and I am doing the same. Okay, so far our base is looking good on food. We already have plants being built up here in the top right corner. Let's go ahead and start planting those down. We don't need mealwood, but sweet corn works as well, I believe. Let's go ahead and plant that. We're gonna go ahead and copy this feature all the way across, and I actually want to look at the stats of this thing here real quick. So while we're looking at that, properties, what's this called? A sweet core. Sweet core stock. The sweet corn stalk is one of the oldest living members of the ZI genus. Okay, well, just tell me what it does. Sweet corn stalks produces a sweet corn. A crisp vegetable that can be harvested for food. Has a little bit of radiation, not too bad. Pollination, life cycle 3. Temperature -5 to 40 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees million. Okay, so in terms of temperature, we're about 30 right now. And we're doing a good job of keeping the heat out. But we'll want to make sure that we regulate these levels of heat as much as we can. Okay. Well, I do want to find out how to get this ice biome today, so after we get this built up, we'll make it a priority 7 for now on all these. Very important for me to finish these up. We want to make sure that we go south and figure out a way to get this ice biome, because so far, I do believe it is the only ice biome that we see. Ooh, is that one right there? Yeah, where's that? Oh, okay, we might have another ice biome up here. Thank God. Good. Okay, so let's go north here. North seems smarter. And then another thing I need to do is start finding geysers. Ooh, there might be a geyser over here. So, let's dig in this way with some digging. Actually, let's go ahead and set this up. That way I don't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam, that's my new song. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna dig this way. And go straight across. Make sure I'm not running into like any radiation or anything. That seems fine. Cool. We're hoping to find like a geyser over here because I do want to find a source of water. Speaking of water, we do want to make sure that we turn this entire well into an area that matters for us. And let's look at our auction disparity right now. Auction is spreading, but it's not as fantastical as we would like. So I might need to find some other ways to do some auction throughout the entire base. Currently, I have a double auction diffuser spitting out, but we might want to be looking at some more here in the future. We do have the algae terrariums. Do I get a couple of those running for now? We do have a lot of algae in the space. Sure, why not? Let's put this down here, and we'll go ahead and just fill those out. Okay, that seems like a lot. I'll be honest with you. Let's put that down to 4. We'll do 5, just for funsies. And then worst case scenario, I can get that later on. There will be some other ways to make auction later on that we will be hopping on to. We have, well, I guess I can show you real quick while we're looking at our research, which is my next step. Working on setting up electricity, which we might do today. And then we'll be going into a, what's it called? Electrolyzer, maybe? Gases? Water? Let me just type in auction over here. Auction, yeah, electrolyzer. Hey, I remember there. Okay, so we can use that to turn that into oxygen and hydrogen gas, both valuable resources. And then, of course, we find rust, we can do a rusty oxidizer, which I haven't really had to use that much in the past, which would be pretty interesting for us. Let's see here. That's party 7. You okay over here already? What's going on, bud? What's taking you so long? Okay, I think we can go ahead and speed up the movement. I think we have a good plan as we continue to dig out our base. Once we get this insulation up and running, I want to go ahead and clear all this out and start getting storage going. Oh, there might be some more stuff over here. Let me see real quick. Is that radiation? No. What is that? Obsidian. Ooh, okay. Let's keep digging this way. We're gonna go ahead and break into here. I want to be careful. I don't want to get too much hydrogen gas getting in my way, right? Gases can be a bit of an issue. Water coming down, which is fine. We're gonna be digging through that and having that split straight to there. That's fine with us. Although, he's gonna have a hard time moving forward. Let's get that built up real quick before I forget and he gets stuck up there. And we're hoping to find a geyser. There's gotta be a few around here, right? Some way or some form. Geysers will provide me with necessary tools that I need to move forward. Let's keep going down here real quick. And I'm loving using this here. Are we getting this planted? We sure are. Okay. This is nickel ore, which is a type of metal. Eventually, I will need to make some steel, I think, to help contain this heat that's coming our way. If you look at all of the materials that I'm using, they have melting points, right? This one's at 820 degrees Celsius. It will just straight up melt. And if you look at this heat, that's at 1500 degrees Celsius. And luckily, it is slowing down thanks to the obsidian rock, so it's getting around here to 400. I should be able to handle that heat, but if I want to get closer in this area, I need metals that won't just straight up burn to death, right? So something that we're going to be keeping an eye on as we move forward. As we dig this way, we're starting to find a little bit more stuff. This is a salt water, which I don't want to mix with my regular water, by the way. You want to try and keep them separated. Speaking of, how are we doing on wash basins? Okay. Oh, trapped? Why are we trapped? Poor Xeric's currently trapped. Let's make this a priority emergency. Get those done. That means they will be done right away before people go to sleep. And once those get finished up, people can go to bed as they need. So priority will stop all food eating, all sleeping, all that stuff, and make sure things get done. And once it's done, you're good to go. Okay, so I'm looking around here. I don't see a geyser yet. I see a lot of salt water. All this salt water makes me think that there's going to be some kind of water supplement around here, which would be nice. Toilets, 3 out of 5. What's going on with the toilets? What's wrong with toilets? What's wrong with them? They seem fine to me. They are getting kind of full, though, so we need to build some compost. We already built this earlier. Let's go to our refinement, and we'll do some compost. Now, compost is a little spooky, as compost will heat up some of your base if it's too close to the stuff that's important, so we're going to try and put them far away from us. Our temperature over here is in the yellow. We do have our insulation here, too, so maybe we consider just straight up throwing that down. Here? Yeah. Maybe I'll stick it in here. We'll just stick it in here. Why not? Maybe they'll work hard on digging that down. We'll just do 4 for now. What this will do, it'll take the poop that is made from our I was trying to find a safe way to say that, but manure, you know, the junk that comes out of their buttholes. They're gonna take that and they're gonna put it over here, and that will dry it out, and then it will turn into I think just dirt, right? Pretty sure. Which we can use later on. Dirt is good because it feeds our mealwood and whatnot. Speaking of sweet corn, what does my sweet corn need to be dealt with on farming? Which we need to build. We do have a rancher Carol, but we're going to make farming an important part for Carol over here. And then she needs to provide these with certain things. So, let me look here real quick. Temperature -5 to 40, oxygen, polluted oxygen, and carbon dioxide. K, atmosphere will be fine. And then peat, which I think peat is just another form of dirt, right? Ooh, peat to coal. If you turn it to a certain temperature of 226 degrees, it will turn to coal right away. Oh, that's cool. Fancy. How much peat do I have? Let me go and look this up real quick. Peat. We have 34 tons in this base. Cool. Okay, it's right there. I see. Alright, so we'll be fine. Because we're ripping out this entire base anyway, so it's not a big deal. Looks like our insulation is starting to be cleared out over here finally, which is nice. Let's go ahead and bring this all the way across the board here. We're going to make this a 7. Because again, I want to try and keep this water nice and cool. This one's 35 degrees, right? Because it's like right above the heat. So it rises about 2 to 3 levels, which is kind of insane to think about. Let's go ahead and knock down this wall. And then let's get our insulation up. We'll go out to here, honestly. We'll go straight to here, get that built up. And that'll probably be the edge of our base here, and we'll take that all the way up later on. Cool. Let's dig this all out if we can. Put that out, and then we'll make that a priority 6. There we go. And we're going to have our insulation be 7, so it's done right away. And we'll continue going that route. Up here, the digging continues for Mr. Xerix, and he is not making any headway, so we're going to go above this right here and continue going this way. Let's get him up a ladder as well. And continue moving as needed across. And we might want to go straight north. There's got to be some geysers. And you want to find them early, too. Because when you find them early, you can start building up a reservoir and let them build up over time. If they are submerged like this, they won't put anything out, right? So I want to make sure that if they are on this map, I am utilizing them. Okay. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start building up some lower priority things here. We'll do some 4s on our ladders. And we're going to go ahead and just start stretching thin. Carbon dioxide here, carbon dioxide here. Okay. I actually might want to keep these plants in full effect, because I actually need an area with plants to make a nature reserve, and that looks perfect. Choosing up blueprints here. We are looking for a cook and a operator. Villa Vera seed. I forget what this does. What does that do? Hang on here. Alvavero. Oh, they absorb carbon dioxide and make oxygen. Yeah? Aloe veras consume carbon dioxide and ice and form harvestable oxalite. Okay, probably don't want that because I don't have a lot of ice in this map. Nor do I want to make it. Seems like it's gonna be kind of a hot area. That'd probably be really, really good on like a frost map, right? Got another researcher, which is always good. Decrease construction. This one's supplying, building, and ranching. Uncultured, increased to core morale bonus. Cannot do decorating errands. Yes. We might make that our farmer. So, let's name this fellow, Crushinator. He's been posting in my Discord about all my videos, and I've been appreciating that. So, Crushinator will now be out and joining us. Let's go ahead and check out our skills and make sure we're using all of our points. We have our improved construction here, which is helpful and nice. We'll go ahead and give that to her, and then we'll be working on probably farming for them later on. Looks like we're gonna have a couple of critter ranchers later on. Okay, let's go ahead and take this time while everyone is sleeping to go ahead and build up my next area here. We'll go ahead and do just straight up buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have that there. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Just bring that all the way across here. I gotta keep that unlocked, so I'm gonna go ahead and build this here. That way I'm reminding myself not to mess with this. I need 4 plants in an area for my nature reserve. That's probably going to build the other bedrooms later on. Okay, build this across. And this will just clean up the entire base and give me a few more resources, right? Which is always our plan. Always a good thing to have. Algae terrariums are up and running as well, so that's good. Research has just finished up on electricity, which we're going to be building later on. Our food is currently up and running. Ooh, do I have anywhere for me to fish at the moment? I don't think so, so let's leave that be. I will need to start smashing stuff pretty soon, which is always a positive thing. Let's go ahead and research this. We'll go ahead and get a rock crusher built up. A rock crusher will let me build more condensed metals, which I will be using for more important tech later on as we head to the mid-game. I am getting a bit ahead of myself, though. We are currently only in the first 10 days, and although we've done a lot, there's still a lot to do before we are a operational base, right? Okay, let's bring this down to a 4, by the way. This digging that I'm doing. Yeah, this is important, but I want the other digging to be done before we come this route. Gotta stop here. There's a lot of carbon dioxide here. I don't think there is that much carbon dioxide, but I don't want to release it straight into my base quite yet, right? I don't have the, items needed to defend it. Ooh, that could be a good place as well for a nature reserve. That might be better. It's kind of lined up nicely. Okay, let's just dig up and get right up to it. Don't release anything if we can help it. This thing, research portal. Let's go ahead and unlock this portal. Oh, suffocating. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are we suffocating? They have no oxygen to get to. Oh, I see. They're stuck down here with the carbon dioxide. They have nothing to breathe to. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Let's get them ladder up real fast. Make sure that's a priority 9 so it gets built up now so we can climb it. Actually, let's just go ahead and make that straight up. Need to make sure he doesn't get picked off. Oof! Oof! See how he's slowed down underneath the water? That's not good for him to be in. There we go, there we go. Come on, get out of there, bud. Get out of there and breathe, buddy. Oof. Okay. Got him a nice little ladder, somewhere to run for them for auction. Almost had an emergency. Woo! That was scary. That was real scary. But they get it done. Okay. All is good. All is well. Should probably just go ahead and make a ladder all the way across here just for them to be able to go across if they need in the future. I don't think I'll need to be in here, but we'll see it. Portal unlocked. Eureka! We've decrypted the research portal's final transmission. New buildings have become available. A blast shot maker and a meteor blaster. I don't know what this is, but okay. Sounds good to me. Oh, what is that? Wait, what is that? Demolier, imminent threat, time until impact, 190 cycles. Excuse me? Calculating impact zone. Okay, so I'm assuming I need to kill that. That is my assumption. Fair enough. Well, if you say so. Okay, this food is not working. What is going on with this food? Growth, pollination. Oh. Do I need to get these little guys planted? Oh, hang on here. Hang on here. Uproot that guy. Uproot that guy. I think what I need to do is plant some of those little things that we were talking about in the last episode. But in case you missed last episode, we'll go ahead and hover one real quick. A mimika. A mimika flies over plants and will go ahead and continue to pollinize them and make them really efficient. And what's really cool is when they die, they actually become a little bulb or a little seed that you can plant into the actual area itself. So let's go ahead and plant a couple of those, and then these guys will fly around. What we need to do, though, is get a door and close this up to make sure they don't escape and fly away from the area that we need them in. Okay, we'll go ahead and plant a couple of those. There we go. And that will get that food going. Speaking of, I'm going to need to make some more food here in the future. And it looks like we're doing pretty good so far. Our team is starting to build up this beautiful installation in here, which we do like to see. That heat should be kept at bay, and then we're going to have to get over here and start working on this one. So let's go ahead and dig this on out too. While we're at it, we're moving around. Let's go straight down here. Get a ladder built up, just to make sure they can go up and down that as needed. 2, 3, 4, bam. We'll just go ahead and go straight across. Got some nice scaffolding. And then we'll make sure this is a priority 7 with all of this. So the moment that stuff is dug up, our dupes will run down there and make sure to get that built up immediately. Beautiful. Good to see. Okay. Let's go ahead and make this a 5 too. I want that finished up as well. Thanks, guys. Good to see. Okay, so they'll be running around for a little bit getting that stuff built up, but I think we're going to be feeling pretty okay in the long run. In terms of building these doors, by the way, what was the priority on these? Okay, I put everything down to a 4. Let's get this to a 5. Gotta fix my priority real quick on everything. Dig, 5, building, click that. This should all be a 5. Let me just go ahead and put that there. Perfect. Okay. Nice little average builds. Okay, everyone's still eating. Oh, you know what? We need to build them a cafeteria, don't we? A great hall. Is it too early? It's cycle 10. It's not a big deal. How many morale? 5% right now. Calories are 10k. Life is looking good. We have food on the way. We currently have 6 duplicates, which means we need 6,000 calories per day. We need about 5 of these, at least if they're similar to meal wheat. What do they give me in terms of calories? Oh, let's go straight back here again, huh? Sweet corn stalk. How many calories do you give me, bud? 800 calories. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 4,000. 5, so 4,000 calories over the span of what? 3 cycles? Okay, that should be pretty good. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll need a few more of those. I could probably start digging this out once I finish this installation and get that built up. And then we'll start having food to be in a good spot for all of us. We do have our bathrooms currently out of order, which hopefully gets dealt with relatively soon here. Carol delivering her water. How's my germs in my base, by the way? Nice. No major germs being dropped around the map. Good to see. That's what it's all about right there. Okay, so these folks are going to be running down here, by the way, and being a bit of a weird spot. Entombed. Okay, that's not a big deal. Meteor showers. Okay. That's in tune, but I can't do anything about that. We will have to get up there eventually, but I got time. I don't know how much time I'm gonna need, but we got time. It's actually really funny this ladder hasn't been built yet. What's going on over here, boys? What's going on with this? Get that ladder built. What are we doing? What are we doing out here? There you go. Get that built up so you guys can walk over the water and not be slowed and hate me for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's a simple request. Surprisingly, I think we're gonna have a lot of water for a long time, so getting to water isn't going to be a big deal for me. I just heard a big bang somewhere. Not sure what that was. Okay. Oh, this is starting to expand here too, so that's good to see. Alright, so I'm getting this done pretty quickly before this carbon dioxide starts to build up and make it hard for them to come down here. Looks like we're starting to spread out the map pretty well. We're gonna go ahead and speed up our timer. Because pretty much it looks like this episode is going to be like refining things, getting it down, getting our research finished up, start working on electricity, and kind of go from there, right? Electricity is going to be a big tech upgrade for us. It will also allow us to power a lot of things, but also it'll be creating carbon dioxide. We're going to need a lot of coal for that, and currently if I'm looking into it, let's see how many resources I have. Do I have any coal on this map? Ooh, I don't see any coal yet. Ooh, what am I going to do for power? Hang on here, I gotta look around. Granite, rock, salt, nickel ore, a little bit of radiation, nickel ore. Dude, am I gonna have to get straight down into oil? Oh, that's a conundrum. Solar panels would be good too, but I would need some glass for that. Dirt, granite. There's burning wood, but I don't have wood here. Oh, is this what prehistoric Oni is? Trying to figure out what your power source is? That'll be curious. Alright, well, insulation's going up. Gonna try and help contain this, volcano problem I have down here. It looks like we have another way into this ice biome, which would be good for us. And so we definitely want to use this. We have, ooh, some dartles down here. Primary element, genetic ooze. What's genetic ooze? Heat it up, turns into genetic ooze. Ooze is a slurry of water, carbon, and dozens of trace elements. Duplicates are printed from pure ooze. Resource type solid. Wait, can I actually make duplicates? From genetic ooze? From these little guys? What the heck? The dewdropper. And this is the dartle, who also does the same. Okay. Curious. I don't know what that's for. At all. Okay. How is this doing? Insulation looks good here. Oh, there's one more tile that we missed right there. Look at that. Let's fix that. Bam. Who made a mess? E is peeing. Wait. Stop peeing. Wait. No. No peeing. No peeing. Peeing is not good. Hang on, mop that up. I do not want pee in my water at all. Bathrooms need to be fixed now. Priority 7. Priority 7. Priority 7. Get that cleaned up. What are you guys doing out here? What the heck? What's going on? Oh god, if they start peeing everywhere, it's gonna be a problem. That is going to be an issue. Improved carrying. There you go. Let's give you a better hat. Nice job. There you go. Yeah, so this must be a just, priority system not being up and ready to go. But there we go. Stage left is cleaning up, so is Crushinator. Lorelei comes on by and gives him a thumbs up. Whew. Yep. You're not happy. I'm not happy. No one's happy. That's got to be done. Okay, so that's finally been opened up. And then we'll see here. Stage left jumps across. I guess she's going for research. Does Carol have the poop? Yeah, tosses it in there, and there you can see it. The polluted dirt is now being dealt with. Love to see that. Okay, Mr. Zarek is digging like crazy, doing a good job. This mopping needs to be cleaned up as well really quickly here, and then we gotta find a place for this polluted water to go, which I still haven't hammered out yet. You know what? I might just throw it down here, to be quite frank with you. Not a bad spot for it to be. Let's get a insulated area up and running. Let's do it like this. We'll just go straight across and bring it up here. Perfect. Up to 4. We'll take it. Let's go ahead and dig this all out. Put a ladder all the way down. And although we have food here, not quite what we want. While we're at it, we'll go ahead and put a vent here. Ooh, have I not researched that yet? On plumbing? Not yet. Ooh, that might be my next major plumbing focus we want to go to. We now have our rock crusher and our kiln to make clay. Let's go ahead and start working on plumbing here for an electrolyzer, and then we have like a bathroom and stuff to work on. Once I get like a simple electric grid up, we'll be going straight into bathrooms, which will be helpful for the dupes. We need a lot of peat over here. Okay, ladder's finally getting done. Perfect. Okay, how's that insulation feeling? Way better. This heat is locked in by this apps line, and I think the heating situation is finally on lock here. 36 degrees is manageable. It's a little bit warm. You see a lot of heat over here around 150 degrees. It gets hotter and hotter and comes to here. But the insulation hopefully will just slow it down. You see 65, it literally halves there, right? So that's good for us. We'll dig this all out, and then our polluted water will go here. So let's go ahead and build up a bottle opener. And then we'll go ahead and rotate it over by hitting O, put that there. And that's where our polluted water will be going. What do we got going on here? Choose the blueprint. Engineer, booster, tidier / decorator. We have a builder and an operator. Finally, he cannot do attacking errands and he can't do husbandry, but that's fine. He has increased science, so he learns pretty quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and pick you up. We're gonna name you. What are we at right now? 6 duplicants. Let's go ahead and name you. I'm gonna go with Afrobuck. Yeah. Let's do it. Afrobuck. Printed. Get him out here. Okay, 7 duplicants. Our calories are starting to get kind of low, actually. So let's make sure that we're out here grabbing our food as much as we can. Priority. Let's get our farming up on Afrobuck. Get in there, buddy. I need help desperately on food because our calories are actually getting really low. And if I don't feed you guys, you're gonna start starving, and that's not a good thing at all. Surprising that our duplicates actually can't get up here. Can they not reach this? Is that actually like blocking them from going up? Let's do that. Okay, everyone's going to bed here, and then of course we gotta feed them in the morning. Amika buds. Let's get more food going because I am getting a little bit nervous right now. Have I made a mistake? I may have. Okay, food. Farm tile all the way across here. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Mimikas are growing, 49%. Looks like he needs more room to grow, doesn't he? Let's take that out. We might have a crisis on our hand. Let's start getting some more food going in general. There's some more food over here too. Let's go ahead and drop this way and just come straight across, hoping to find any grub for the duplicants to eat. Make sure they're nice and fed. This should be getting crafted too. Okay. We'll head over here too, knock this open. And that should help us carry over a little bit longer, right? Pull that across. I need to make sure I don't dig this up, but we can grab this food here on the sweet corn. Cool. I think I can demolish this, right? I don't need this anymore. This research portal? Yeah, we'll go ahead and demolish that. Get that out of the way. Water's starting to fill up down here. As you can see, my well is pretty okay right now. Like, I don't really need to fill up that much water. In fact, it's getting to a point where it's like, hey, maybe I can actually just start working on my electrolyzer and whatnot, huh? Because this water looks good. Look at that. There's a lot of water in there. Okay, let's get food under control. I think that's my main focus now after kind of realizing where we're at in terms of food. Like, our calories are starting to go up. We're starting to finally pick them up. But let's get our farming set up, and then we'll go from there, right? It's very, very clear that we need to make sure that our dupes can get things done. Also, I just realized this poor guy's gonna be locked in here. Hopefully he gets out in time. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine, right? Don't worry about it, bud. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Okay, and the cool thing, too, is this Mimika's already here, so she can start pollinizing all this. Copy settings. We'll do the copy settings on this one here. Copy that. Bam. Up and across. Okay, everyone's headed to bed. Let's check our schedule real quick. We have 3 people on this one, 2 on this one. Let's go ahead and move some people down here. Afrobuck will now be here. As long as Carol is also available, we'll bring Lorelei here, and then Crushinator here. Okay, so now we have 7 duplicates working on our bottom schedules, which we talked about on the last episode. Water setup. Okay, let's start working on our bathrooms, I think. Although, now that I think about it, what am I gonna do in terms of power? What am I gonna do in terms of power, man? I have no coal whatsoever. What other power sources do I have? Jumbo battery will be helpful. Converts eco power banks into fully charged units ready to use. Convert stored energy from power banks into power for connected buildings. Heat burner. Burns peat to produce electrical power. Produces a small amount of carbon dioxide and polluted water. Well, that looks like that will be my way to do some power here. We're going to be experimenting. Okay. Well, I've already insulated this area here, so I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and insulate the base. We'll go ahead and take that away. Insulate this underneath for now. Let me check the temperature on this side. Looks like that's nice and contained, so not a big deal. And then we're going to go ahead and create our power down here at the bottom. It looks like this peat, let's double check it before I go down this route because I haven't experienced it. We'll create polluted water and carbon dioxide. Okay. So, we want to go ahead and dig all this out. Let's just go ahead and go straight down here, all the way to the bottom. There we go. What am I doing? Okay, let me hit this. Come here, ladder! Thank you. Bring it straight down. We'll go across. And then we'll do one up. And then let's try to have one being available every few spots, right? It's a lot of scaffolding for everybody. Okay. And then what we'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Dig across. And this is just to make sure they can rotate around as needed, right? Okay, we'll leave this little white spot here for now, and then the rest of this just be dug out. And what we're gonna do is dig out this entire area before the carbon dioxide gets too huge. And then if we find that we're in a situation where we need some cold air, we can pop this open and let this come up here and help cool down our base if need be. But I think what we're gonna do is start getting our electricity up. Because I'm seeing a world where I'm going to definitely need that. Also, now we can go ahead and put our polluted water here. That's where it will go. Whenever our polluted water is found, we'll drop it straight into here. Polluted water is great because it actually puts off oxygen. It will be a little green polluted oxygen, which you see here from the algae terrariums, but we can actually deodorize that, and it's still good for our duplicates to breathe. Better than nothing, right? So, that will be our next major research. As it looks like our water's already done. Man, Sage Left is cooking on the research. Let's go for a deodorizer, because I'm going to need one of those later on. Let's get that research, which is all the way over here. Okay, go ahead and click that. A deodorizer will take polluted water and then turn it in, or polluted oxygen and turn it into regular oxygen. And then what we'll probably do is set up all of this over here, so we'll get that dug out as well. Perfect. Grab all that algae. Yummy. Okay, so if we look at the base right now, it is starting to grow in size. Things are starting to look a little better for us. We're going to have electricity coming up relatively soon, and then from there I can start working on a bathroom. And we're pretty open now. How's the auction looking? Auction looking nice and spread out. Algae Terrarium really helped out a lot. Up here, it is a little rough for my guys, but that's fine. How are you on food? 1,300 calories, okay. We're getting these planted as promised across the board. And it looks like our Mimika is already starting to get some of these going too. So our food should start kicking in relatively soon. Now with food, you do have to be aware about them expiring, things like that. So we might find ourselves in a scenario where we're going to have to fix that in the future. But for now, let's just get these up and running and we're going to feel a lot better. Okay, these Mimika buds are about to pop out at 90%. We do want to make sure that we're getting food where we can. So let me just make sure that I have grabbed everything I can. There's some food up here. Let me go ahead and, not that one. We'll dig this out. Just go straight across and then grab that bad boy. What is this? Ring rosebush. Okay. More food up here if I really need it in a pinch. Which I might need it. Let me get this ladder going up. Need this ladder to go up anyways, right? Because I need to get up to the top and figure out what's going on with that explosive stuff. Okay, dig this across. Don't want to dig up the Mimika bud. We want that just to be birds on its own. And then we can grab these to crash and eat. Okay. Okay. So right now... Ooh, we have some skills coming in. And skills are always good, right? Get that going. Improve construction. Arnie, improve construction 2, making him a little bit faster. That'll get stuff done faster. Stage left can do field research now, so she can go out and check out the area around her. And then super hard digging for him. I do think I will need another digger at some point. So that person can dig, but they're also kind of a farmer. We got digging here for Arnie, so Arnie I'll need to level up and get that going. Yeah, we probably need one more digger, because I currently have one right now, and I got a lot of excavation that we need to do, right? I kind of just want to dig this across. There we go. See how that grows. Like, will that just go straight up the wall or no? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that getting opened. Research almost done here. Let me check out my ventilation and refinement. Do we have our deodorizer yet? Not quite. That should be done relatively soon. Ooh, we had an attribute increase. Look at that. Lorelei feeling a little bit better on her stats. -1 on machinery, but 2 on athletics. Athletics is great because it makes them faster running around. Great strength too, just kind of carrying a lot. I should clean up this water while I'm at it. Make sure it doesn't spill on anything. We can go ahead and get rid of all this stuff now. And start building up a few more locations that we just straight up run across the board. How's the water level? Looking okay, so I can probably pop this one now. And then we can deconstruct all this, make this nice and clean. There we go. Once we get this built up, we'll go ahead and let this water out. It'll fold just straight down here as needed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's go straight here to the wall. I'm hearing people level up like crazy. Love to see it. Nice! We got our Mimikas being born, so now they're going over here and pollinating the flowers. Look at that. They just run around. They give love to the flowers. And then they turn into sweet corn for everyone to eat. We're gonna make it, I think. Oh my god, we're down to 0 calories. Holy shit. How'd that happen? Okay, definitely need to... Give me some food. Food? Food? Oxyfern seed. Building, suit wearing. I'll go ahead and print the Oxyfern seed, just because I don't want to get any more dudes until I get my food under control. Because obviously being down to 0 calories is not good for my duplicants. Who would have thought? Probably not the best thing for them. So we'll get that dealt with for sure. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Okay. Let's see here. Is this a temperature I need to be worried about? Not really. There is some heat here. But it looks like there's an absolute that does slow it down, so not too bad. Obsidian. There's line. Okay, okay, okay. Alright. I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be fine, guys. If I can just get this food up and running, we're gonna feel a lot better. Having a chef would be great too, because I can cook items and turn them into more calories, but also clean them up and make sure that they're healthy for everybody involved. Which is always a positive thing, right? Okay. I am so surprised I haven't found a geyser. Is there not geysers in the prehistoric time? Whoa, what is that thing? A Rex. He has some dewdrops. What do you do, bud? Happy. Rexes are harmless creatures that feed on smaller critters and produce brine ice. Their tail feathers can be shorn for feather fiber. Feather fiber, 4K per cycle. Digestion, loves meat in general. Okay. Oh, there's one of those spore childs. These are the zombie things I was telling you guys about. Spore childs have an eerily alluring appearance to mask the fact that they host a particularly nasty strain of brain fungus. They will just straight up kill your duplicates, I think. I think they just straight up turn them into zombies or something. So we definitely don't want to deal with that one if we can help it. Okay, looks like we have this nice and built up. I'm going to go ahead and pop this water now. And let this water make its way into the base. We'll clear that out so we can go 1, 2, 1, 2. Get that up there if we can. Beautiful. Okay, should be able to get up there without too many issues. This water will make its way in here. Ooh, we got some polluted water here. That's not good. Can I mop it up real quick? It cannot. Ugh, that'll be annoying. And it has some germs. Oh, that's a lot of germs. Wait, did someone pee? Oh, no. That's bad. That's bad. I'm going to need a chef right away. Any water that's cooked with will just straight up have germs in it. And so now I need to kill these germs because any food they eat will make everyone sick in my base. That is not good. Not good at all, guys. Not good. Is there a solution to water that I can use now? I could probably like just bottle water over here, which I think would be better for us. Speaking of, I have to bottle water. I didn't set up for that either. Yuck. Okay, let's do another solution for now. What we'll do is we'll go here, come on over here, dig this down. We'll go ahead and put in a pitcher pump here. Okay. Yes, put that there. Dig this out. Dig this out. Pitcher pump probably needs to go up a little bit higher just because of that water coming in. Okay. Dig that out so it goes there. Cool. And then what we'll do is we'll just get our water from here until I can get that dealt with. So they'll have to run all the way up here, which is annoying, but that'll be okay. Let's give them a nice little fun fire pole because of that. They deserve it. Still on the right side. Fire pole on the right. We'll bring that bad boy all the way down here. Okay, and that'll give me a chance to get the germs cleaned up from whoever peed in there. Wash basin, there we go. Insufficient resources, water. Yeah, I understand. We need to get this going now. Oof, that bathroom cannot come quick enough. That bathroom cannot come quick enough. Alright, so that'll be something we build into cycle 17. Water's starting to fill up here. It will naturally come this way over time and spread out, so that'll be good. We have all that room over here. It'll be a-okay, don't worry about it. And then we'll deal with the germs. Looks like the germs are actually kind of dying off already, which they will do over time. But yeah, whoever peed in that, not happy with them. Not happy at all. Okay, let's get this dug up. Make sure that's a priority 9. Really want to make sure we get this all done ASAP, so that the duplicates can go in there, right? Okay, they're on their way up. Yes, yes, yes. Food is close to being grown, and no one's like starving right now, so we should be a-okay. Our auction does need a little bit more help too here, so we might want to get some more auction up and running. Yeah, you can definitely see that we are starting to struggle a smidgen on things we need. By the way, I need to get more efficient batteries out. So let's go ahead and do that now while I'm at it and thinking about it. So these batteries right here are horribly inefficient. And these medium ones aren't good either, but they're better than them. And that'll make it easier to where they don't have to run the entire time and keep those going. Once I get these built up, we'll have that running. Okay, water can now be grabbed, so they're going to be running a little bit for that, but that's okay. It will work just fine for us. he said, confidently, believing in what he's saying, for sure. Let's make sure these are all 9s. Just want to make sure this is not a problem. That water will hold me over for a little bit here. Okay, looks like we're starting to work on this area over here. We want to make sure that the ladders are more important in being built up than the digging, because you don't want to make sure anyone gets entranced, right? You want to make sure they're able to leave if need be. So that's what we're doing. We're building these up and making sure the ladders get the priority when being built, just so our duplicates can get out as needed. There we go. Okay, water's filling over here. That'll fill up over time. And then that should keep me running for the day. Bathrooms are definitely super limited at the moment, right? We could... Yeah, we have to get our bathroom up. I don't think I can add any more people until the bathrooms are up, which I have to wait for the heat to go up. It's only day 17, so I don't need to be freaking out too much, but I'm like, oh my god! Okay, we are getting all these sweet corn stalks coming in. We have 5, 10, 15. We have roughly 30 here, which is 5 per dupe. 6 times 5 is 30, 35. Okay, so we'll definitely have to make more of these in the future if we want to get any more duplicates, but for now, we're doing A-okay. And we're back on schedule. Our water well is built up and good to go. Our bathrooms are being clean, which is good. We need to make sure these are a priority 7 as well. These auction diffusers consistently need to be working on. Starvation has just hit for the crew, but I think we're going to just have food just in time for it. So it shouldn't be a big deal. I think it takes an entire day for a duplicate to die. So once we get through our next day here, we're going to be A-okay, right? Like, we already see these sprouting. We have our mesas being built. They're taking care of them. I think we're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna be all right. And I want to make sure I keep this available to me, right? Because this is actually a potential nature reserve I can run through in the future. Okay, so our farmers immediately go over and start getting the food going. And that should stop people from starving. Cool. Just in time. Whew, that was really close, wasn't it? Okay, so now we'll go ahead and just let them continue to do their thing right now. We'll get our electricity built up over time. We'll get our power levels built up, and then we're good to go. Oxygen should also start looking a little bit better too when I get my 3rd one up and running, which is going to be here. And then once we do that, what we'll do is we'll do our power down here. We'll get a electrolyzer running from the water over here. And then we'll start working on the actual bathroom itself. And then from there, we want to start insulating in this colony and making sure that it's just a nice box. And then we want to start building outfits for them so they can go out exploring. And then we want to start conquering these other biomes that are laying around. I do wish I would have found a geyser, but I'm wondering if prehistoric DLC has no geysers. Megafrond. That is my curiosity, because I'm not seeing any of them anywhere, which would make sense, right? I think it's supposed to be like before the planet is made and is doing things, right? So I will need to find solutions in that regard in the future. Let me go and just throw one of these down here for now. I want to make sure that they have a place to breathe real quick. Although this polluted auction should be enough for them. But we'll get one down for now. There you go. Let's get these wires built up, get this power going. Diffusers continue to spit out a decent amount of oxygen. This poor guy is just running like crazy. Stage left over here. On research, let's see here. We have our piping set up. We're going to need filtration later on, but not really needed right now. Medical stuff I don't really spend too much time on, but I definitely want to at some point. Storage will be important eventually. Got our electricity. We got... Let's go ahead and start working on this. Let's start getting our farming set up so we can have that available. How's temperature looking down here? Are we staying nice and cool? 38 degrees. Cool. Yeah, it looks like this insulation's doing its work. It's doing a great job. There's a little bit of heat coming up here, which honestly might be helpful because of all these germs that I got in this. How's the germs looking? 10,000 germs. Ooh. Building broken. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Entombed, long commutes. I'm working on that with piping. But in general, I can make sure my fire poles are better. So we're getting that built up here on the far right. We'll do one down here as well. Little fireman pole. Do we need to go that far down? I don't think so. Right about there is probably fine. So we have 2 major shafts for them to go up and down. And the food's kicking in. We have 10,000 calories sitting around. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty okay. Let's go ahead and focus on this here, this entire area for a little bit. We'll go ahead and bring up the digging to a 6 for this area. And then this will probably be the end of today's video. Not much progress in terms of getting the base well established, but I would say we have made a lot of strides to becoming pretty self-sufficient in our base. And we're setting ourselves up to make sure that we are in a great spot for the future to be able to get to the mid-game, right? Only thing I need to figure out exactly is like what I'm going to do about water. Because like I have a decent amount of water now, but I need to find a source to give me water in the future. So we're hoping we can find that soon. Ooh, Carol. Carol is going to be my rancher eventually, so let's go ahead and give that to her. Crushinator is improved construction, helping builds. Give him a hat. Beautiful. And then we have a blueprint. Pink unitard. Installation thickness 0.3 centimeters, decor 40. Okay. Farming and supplying. This one is just good in farming in general. Increased food morale bonus. Increased medicine. Isn't good at machinery and bad at husbandry. Well, maybe that'll just be straight up my farmer, huh? Maybe? Just supplying and farming. Decorating, doctoring, farming. You know what? Let's go ahead and take the pink unitard. We're good for now, I think. Like right now, we just need to take our forces that we do have and make sure that our base is operational. I don't want it to stress anything out, whether it be my food sources or whatever. So let's just get that up and running. Now, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this water because that's my only source of water for the moment. So a little bit worried about that. And then we're just going to make sure this all gets dug out. So let's keep an eye on this, and then I will check in a couple minutes. Oh, while they were digging, I totally forgot that I haven't built them a place to eat. So let's do that real quick, too. That'll also keep morale up and high. I'm pretty sure that having a place to eat is very, very, very easy. So let's go to our furniture. We'll do a mess table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Put up a couple of doors here. We'll go ahead and lock this in, shall we? And then we'll put a couple of doors here. Perfect. I think we need to have a food box in here. I'm pretty sure. I think we need to have 1 plant for people to be happy, which I don't think I've done that research yet. So we're currently getting that going up. But this will be a good start, right? All we need is a mess hall, which will have a dining table, no industrial machinery, and it'll give them +3 morale, right? Okay, so we'll let them get that built up, and then we'll check on it in a second. But first, let's go ahead and keep an eye on this big project that's being done, yeah? I just realized that I'm actually getting a lot of bleachstone being grabbed down here, and bleachstone is actually really, really terrifying for me to get through because it puts chlorine into the base. So I think I'm going to have to make sure that I move that somewhere before it becomes an issue. So let's go ahead and create a room that is locked off. We'll go ahead and do a manual airlock here. We'll do a couple of these, and then we'll go ahead and just do, I guess, another manual airlock here. Bam, bam. And then what we'll do is we'll just store it straight in a storage bin for now. So I think it's bleachstone that we may have unlocked here. Yeah, bleachstone right there. You see that? Emitting chlorine gas. And that gas will rise up and get in my base over time, which obviously I don't want to do. Speaking of gas, I've been meaning to get my ventilation up on the deodorizer. So where is it, bad boy? Here it is. Let's go ahead and put a couple of these right here on the side. And we'll go ahead and power them with a basic wire for now. Speaking of, we need to get this finished up. So let's go ahead and bring this down here. Plug that in. Perfect. Plug that in. Let's get this priority up on these. Get that built up, that built up, that built up. And then we'll have those plug in and go from there. Okay, so they are doing a good job of making their way down through this area that I want to have completely unloaded. So I think that's going to be our next episode, is finishing out our Great Hall, getting this built up for electricity, and then finishing up our deodorizers, because our cycle is about to come to a conclusion, and hour 2 out of 30 hours is finished up. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.